Welcome in the kitchen. Well, it's about supper time. It's time to get supper together anyway. So tonight we're going to have an old favorite, salmon cakes, salmon patties, salmon croquettes, whatever you want to call them. That's what we're going to have. Let's see. I've got one little, can y'all see that? Still left in the freezer. We need to use it. The salmon that we broiled way back when. I told y'all we would use it in this. See, it's skinless. Matter of fact, this is a piece that we had grilled. I had the skin on it. And I just break it up with my fingers, just like this. Now I'm going to wash my fingers, okay? So you'll hold on. Okay. If y'all are new, I'm so glad you dropped by. If you've been here before, welcome back. Hit that subscribe button for me if you could. It means you won't miss a video. It means you'll always be welcome in the kitchen. And hopefully you'll find this place inviting and welcoming and fun to be. So, with all that out of the way, we're going to get started. Salmon patties, salmon cakes, salmon croquettes, whatever. There is my salmon that we grilled. And I always like to put a little bit of that in it rather than all canned. And I am the weird one that I do not use the big cans that have the skin and the bones. My husband likes the bones. I do not. So since I'm the one doing the cooking, I buy the boneless and the skinless because I can't manage that. For some reason, this one's not wanting to open. Okay, let me grab something to open this up with, and I'm going to open this one with the can opener. I'll be right back. Okay, I do not like those pull tops. Look how nice my can opener did that. I'm going to drain that juice off of there, just right there in my sink. And then I'm going to put two small cans, okay? I'm going to drain this with my hand right like this into the sink. And into there we go. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to wash my hands. Okay. Probably ought to get something to stir that up with, shouldn't I? Let's get a wooden spoon. Wooden spoon to stir with. All right, there's all of our meat. See, you can see the difference in the color. Look how pretty that is that I've grilled. The difference in the color. I hope y'all can see that. And what I grilled is real pretty colored, and the canned is more of just a white. So, okay. And I do them like Mama did them. We're going to add an egg. We need one egg. And I'm going to crack it right here. One egg. One egg. We're going to kind of stir that around just a little bit. While I do not measure this, as if you've watched me very much, you know I don't measure a lot of things. My celery from the freezer. Let's get us a small handful, about 1/4 of a cup. That's celery. This is red peppers, red and yellow and orange peppers. About 1/4 of a cup, or so, a little handful. And you all need to, about however much you're making, okay? You'll see it when I get it all together, how it all comes together. Then we're going to add some green peppers. Y'all, I love these resealable bags for this are reusable. You can wash them, but they're thicker. And so when you put your stuff in the freezer, I think it gives it a little more protection. And they come in all different sizes. You can find these in the links below the description for all my favorite Amazon products because I love Amazon. I don't get out much because I care for my mother-in-law. I don't get to shop a lot, so I don't get out and about. So the easier it is, the better for me. So I shop on Amazon a lot and other places too that just have things delivered. All right, and some onions. About a handful or so of onions here. There we go. Okay, there's all that. Let's start mixing this up. Those vegetables, if y'all can see that, they're already chopped before I put them in the freezer. And they just crunch right up there. They just divide right out with this wooden spoon. You just kind of have to hit them and they divide right out. Easiest way to do this with your hand, but I swear this stuff is frozen. It frees my hand off, y'all. I believe I'm going to need one more egg because this is not going to be enough egg. I'm going to add just a drop or two of lemon juice. About a cap full, and this is a big cap. Maybe 2 caps full. All right, 2 caps full of lemon juice. Okay. Now then, I'll add some salt. About a half a teaspoon of salt. And half a teaspoon of pepper. And some paprika. Just sprinkle across it right there. These are the 3 things, my 3 favorite seasonings: salt and pepper and paprika. All right. Let's get all this mixed up good. Just like this. Let's add one more egg. One more egg. Right like this. All right, now you can see it's starting to get sticky. As it's mixing up, you see how sticky it's getting? Can y'all see that? How sticky it is? It's getting sticky. Now then, we're going to add some cornmeal, our cornmeal mix. This is self-rising cornmeal mix. I believe there's a hole in the bottom of the bag. And that's about maybe a cup, maybe not. So we're just going to mix that up. And this will make the outside so crunchy, you all. They will be so good. And you want them just to hold together. You want them to hold their shape when you make them. I've got more cornmeal over here. I'm going to have to get a little bit of it. Let me get a scoop. I've got some more right here. I'm going to add a little bit of it. That's about 3 heaping tablespoons, 3 heaping tablespoons. All right. So we put about a half of a cup or a little more of cornmeal. And that's about right. We've got them all mixed up. And then we take them over here and we fry them up. See, this is the way you do them. You just roll them and see if they hold their shape right like that. Except for that one piece of onion there. That's what you want. That one's kind of small, but that's the way you want them. So that's perfect. Perfect. All right. I'll get y'all over here and get the skillet going, and we'll get them fried up here in just a minute. We're going to set this over here. Now, to go with this, we are going to have some cornbread. We'll make some cornbread. So let me grab out my Crisco, my shortening, and cornbread needs buttermilk. So here's our buttermilk and our cornmeal mix and some eggs. Okay? All right. Let me grab our skillet. Or basically our little, I'm going to use this tonight. Used it one other time. I think we'll use it. So, for this, you need we got to grease it really well, okay? Just like this. All the way around on the sides. And you want to leave a little bit in there, okay? Because I'm going to show you why in a minute. Because you want this to start to fry, because you're going to put this in the oven and let it get hot before you put your cornbread in it, okay? So here we go, around the edges, just like this. Okay. Let's see if we got a little bit more. Here we go. Now then, do y'all make your cornbread like this? This is the way Mama did hers. And I say that all the time because I cook like my mama did, because she's the one that taught me how to cook. Mama was a wonderful cook. She didn't blink an eye at cooking a big meal for a crowd or a soup and a sandwich for two. She did it all, everything in between. Okay, do y'all see how I've got that all buttered and how I've left little clumps? See that? This is going in the oven at 425 degrees, or 425. Okay, we're back. Here we go. We're going to start with about a cup of buttermilk. Because we don't want to make more than will fit in our dish, okay? I'm going to take a cup of buttermilk. There you go. 1 cup buttermilk. 1 egg. 1 egg. Right like that. We're going to whip this together with a fork. You can use a whisk or a spoon, whatever. All right. And this is self-rising. See, it says self-rising cornmeal mix, okay? You don't want to get confused with just cornmeal, because if it's not self-rising cornmeal mix, it will not have your soda and your salt and your baking powder in it to make it raise. So I've already got my spoon. All right, now this is what I do. I'm just going to add cornmeal. There's 4 spoonfuls. And in the South, you do not put sugar in cornmeal and cornbread. I did that one night, just followed the recipe, and I thought my husband would throw it out the back door. Okay, You need about another spoonful. Put 2 more spoonfuls in there. And you want this to be, oh, about like that right there. That's just perfect. I'll see. Clump, clump. That right there's the way you want it to be. I'm going to put just a little bit more because I'm going to add just a little bit of oil in it. Another spoonful, and I'm going to add just a little bit of oil in that. Because Mama always put oil in it. That's about a tablespoon of oil into that. And this is just perfect. See? Just about like pancake batter, maybe just a little thicker. Y'all see that? All right, now then, we've got that ready to go. And when our dish pan gets hot and the oil in it's all melted and it's all nice and warm and really hot, then we will pour this in each one of those little compartments, and we will have our cornbread, okay? All right, I'm gonna put this stuff away. I'll be back. I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna start frying up our salmon patties. Okay, y'all, you see all that hot oil down in there? You want that hot oil down in there. And it should start to sizzle when you pour that in there. Oh, it's not quite hot enough, I don't believe. Maybe it'll be all right. You just want to fill these up right like that. You don't want them too full because you want this to be able to raise. I don't believe I made quite enough. That's all right. We'll just let it bake with the oil in it. Let's scoop some of that one out. We'll scoop some of that over to here. And a little bit of this one. We'll make it work, won't we? Just a little bit out of each one of them there. There we go. Now we got them all, don't we? Well, there's a will, there's a way. All right, now then, this is going to go back in the oven at 425. And we're going to cross our fingers that when we get it out, it's just going to flip right out of here. It should. There's enough oil in there. It should do that. So I'm going to put this back in here in this oven and bake it. And while that bakes, clean that up. We've got our oil hot here for our salmon patties. And they're going to be so crunchy on the outside, y'all. We're just going to make them up right like this. I'm going to make kind of small ones. That's about ready. Could be a little hotter. Turn it up just a little bit. I've just got it barely on medium. So we'll turn it up just a little bit. How many think we'll get, y'all? There's 4. I might get about 10. But they're small, and my boys love these. They do. They really do. See if I can scoot them around. Let me wash my hands off. All right, let's see if I can scoot these things around just a little bit. It makes a little bit more room. All right, let's see now if we can get some more in there. 2, maybe 3 more. Depending on how big a handful I grab at the time, you just never know. There's 1. There's that one. I got just a little bit more. We'll make just one little baby one right here. Little tiny baby one. All right, let's see where we can put this one. Right there. There we go. Let me throw this in the sink and wash my hands. Okay. Can y'all see me in the pot there? I think. There you go. Now you can see us all, can't you? Over here I got some green beans and new potatoes cooking. Oh, they look yummy. Put just a little bit more water in there. And I'll grab us a plate to put those on. When they come out, they will be so crispy on the edges. And the bottom, they will be real crunchy, just like cornbread. My skillet's a little bit big for my eye. My other stove had a big eye, a great big eye. And I really liked it, so hopefully when I get a new stove, I can get one with that big eye again, because it really helps to, when you're cooking stuff like this, you can get it all. That one's going to be a little rectangular. That's okay. May need to be turned up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, did y'all see that? That just popped at me. I'm glad I have on an apron. Reminds me of when I got married, some friends of mine, girlfriends, gave me a shower. And in it, at that shower, I got a basket full of all kinds of things. And in it was a cookbook. And trying to think what the name of it was. Something about what not to cook in the nude or something like that. And I remember bacon being in there, and maybe it was just a list. I don't remember. But anyway, had something to do with about what not to cook naked or something. And needless to say, that book's been gone for many, many years. I wouldn't even know. I don't even know what happened to it. See how pretty that is in brown? Doesn't that look pretty? Can y'all see that? I think you can. So this one in the middle should flip nicely. Oh, yes. These are doing nicely, very nicely. Let's turn this other little one in the middle. We go. The ones on the edges will have to be turned a couple of times, I'm thinking, because the heat's not coming all the way out, even though this is cast iron, and it will eventually radiate out. It's hard to tell exactly when it's in the center of the eye. Let me grab me some paper towels here, and I'll put them right here. Let me move that plate, because I want these to drain on a paper towel first before we Can y'all see my paper towel? Maybe a little bit if I turn you down. There you go, but now you can't see me. Now, can you see me? Me and the paper towel and the salmon patties? Hopefully. But see, this makes it a real crispy on the outside when you put that cornmeal in there. See what I mean about the outside? Ones are on the outside. All right, there we go. All right. Don't those look yummy, yummy? Probably gonna put them right here in this skillet and pop them in the oven and turn the oven off so that it can stay warm till everybody gets here to eat. Because the mister is still out working tonight, and I want it to, you know, we want it to be hot for him to eat, don't we? Okay, there's those two. Now then I can flip these over into the middle, pull them into the middle a little bit more to get them a little more browned evenly. Okay. I'll finish frying these up, bring y'all back when we get ready to taste them and eat them and get our cornbread out of the oven. Okay, y'all, our cornbread's ready. Let me grab some pot holders. Oh, look how pretty this is. Look how pretty. Let's see if it dumps out like it's supposed to. Oh, I thought it was going to. It is, slowly. There's a couple of them. I'll have to work on it. But there's two of them. Can y'all see how pretty they look? This is the bottom side. This is the top side. And it's so crunchy all the way around. Yum, 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 yum. There's our salmon patties and our cornbread. So I'm going to tell you all bye. Remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. And leave me some comments. Love, love, love your comments. Some of y'all been asking about my son. We had an appointment. His neck is healing. Still need to wear the brace. But that's a battle that I just can't win. You know, I work and I try and I try and I try. But 9 times out of 10, he's got it off. I put it on him, stays on him 5 minutes, and he takes it right off. But with the Lord's help, he's going to heal him. So, with all that being said, I want to give you all that quick update. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.